first part of the lecture will be cloud computing. Okay, all of you are very much aware of cloud computing. Many of you have worked on iClouds, right? So we hear this terminology, cloud computing. How much are we aware, or how much do we know what this cloud computing is about? Okay, so today's lecture will cover some famous technologies that we have adopted and a little bit insight about what is cloud computing, how that has helped to improve businesses. This material that was extracted was from the Oracle website about what is cloud computing, and there is a graph that's shown here that explains the various technologies that have been in use and that have grown over the years. So if you see here, started off with augmentation. What was augmentation? You'll have heard of augmentation?
Working.
Interfacing. I think will be louder. Louder so that everybody can hear. Interfacing.
Interfacing faces, no?
Interfacing faces. We had a lot of recognition techniques that came in, right? Now you have laptops. In Castaway, if a load had, have you seen the ad of the Castaway? Where a man comes back after his castaway, his laptop still recognizes him.
Lenovo.
I'm giving an example how he comes with big beard or things. So what are they trying to prove? Saying that face recognition technique, fingerprint recognition, right? So these technologies have grown over years. So if you see, let's see how the technologies have gone to a peak and now it's like become very steady. Now all of us are so much used to technology, right? We live with technologies. I told you, without your phone, you are half handicapped. Can't check your email, can't, transfer money. So technology has become a part of our life now. Without emails, we are stranded. Without internet, we are stranded. So if you see, various technologies, 3D printing, I'm just going in certain famous ones. There was a peak, that's what it says, technology trigger. There was a peak to an extent. Quickly technologies started developing over 2-3 years. So if you see here, 3D printing, internet TV, augmented reality, internet TV you all have right now to see your regional languages TV now. We've got internet TV. And then, yeah, he's here. Just stop. Stay with us. I just started off just. And then we have our 3D TVs, right? We are all so much now into technology. So 3D TVs, then cloud computing, then gesture recognition, and if you see any famous ones that we go through. So there are various technologies that developed over the years. There was a peak in an instance. Then it slowly started becoming very steady. Then they say it reached the plateau. If you see the last word, it says plateau of productivity. So there was a high peak when technologies developed, and then at last we ended up with a plateau. Now everybody is settled in technologies, right? So we are going to, in detail, see how cloud computing has helped us. Why cloud computing only? Why are we looking into cloud computing? There are other technologies that we have gone through, but why we are selecting cloud computing? Has anybody got an idea what cloud computing is about?
Because it provides a platform for everyone to access at any time, anywhere, like ease of access.
Ease of access. So it's like anywhere, anytime access. So we will be seeing how cloud computing has also now improved businesses. Okay, so how was cloud computing defined? Okay, now it's from O'Reilly Media. He defined cloud computing as a service in future. He says that with cloud computing, anything is possible. You don't have to have a PC. Anybody over the world can access their softwares, Their databases, their documents, just sitting with the access of internet. You need internet, but it's not internet by itself. It is you have internet to access all these. It's like pretty much three things that we will be seeing in cloud computing. And also we'll be discussing about platform, how cloud computing helps us to create platforms. Okay, so we'll be discussing about these terminologies. There was a prediction in 2011 saying that in future everybody is going to be in the cloud. Everybody is going to have their software, hardware, applications all in the cloud. So all of them started wondering, what does cloud mean? What is cloud? This is what exactly everybody started thinking. So, in 2008, the Gartner press release started predicting how is IT going to be in the future. That's when this all started triggering. Oh, how are we going to now emphasis on putting everything in the cloud? So everybody started wondering what this cloud was. So there were different clouds that were identified. So these are the things. The public cloud, the private cloud, and the hybrid cloud. So first of all, let's understand what does cloud mean. Okay? A cloud means you can have your access to software, hardware, applications, documents online. Right? Somebody in our class worked on iClouds. Can I see who was it? One of us worked on iCloud, right? For our assignment? Like for our first...
I did for lab, cloud.
Cloud.
Yeah.
What did you understand from that?
Actually, cloud is a system, like it's a distributed system that a company hosts, and normally people can log in through there. It's cheaper for any company, any business or individuals, and they don't need any kind of infrastructures on their own, and they can just log in with their normal laptop or mobile and anything, and they can get the service as if they had their own big servers or anything. So cloud gives that facility.
We all are day-to-day working with something with the technology. I think we have discussed in our labs also. Documents, we have been, I think last week in our lab, we did one activity where all of us could see each other's document. All of the teams have shown me something. Can you tell me what were the technology that we used?
Google Drive.
Google Drive, part of a cloud.
Dropbox.
Dropbox, part of a cloud. How can I relate it to cloud? When I say Google Drive, Google Docs, Dropbox, why can we relate it to cloud?
Same like
Everyone can access it.
Everybody can access it. No particular hardware or software like required, You just have to have internet connectivity, the Google Doc, whatever that facility, IE or whatever platform you need. Anybody can access it over the world. You don't have to be in a computer, in a LAN network. That's the actual meaning of a cloud. Anybody, this is a terminology that used everywhere, anytime access. Yes.
Is this the cloud is a storage? Is it?
He got the word. It's storage online.
That's what.
It's storage online. That's why I started with the simple example of Google Doc. It's just storage online without any restrictions. Like you don't have to be on a particular hardware, or you don't have a particular software, just have to have internet access, and as long as Google Docs are accessible. So there were three clouds that were classified: public clouds, private clouds, and hybrid cloud. So public cloud, we could tell Google Doc, we don't know what's happening in the background. The end user would not even know what is happening in the background. Even today when I told about Google Docs, you wouldn't have ever thought, okay, what is the basic infrastructure that's running behind Google Doc. Those things were classified as public clouds, where anybody could use it. So it might be run by a third party, and job from many different customers can be mixed together onto the server, the storage system, and other infrastructure within the cloud. The end users don't know how else job may be running or from where it comes. It's just the job of sharing. That was called as public cloud. Why they wanted private clouds? Some companies in specific, they wanted a private cloud. When